Independence Day wasn't the only star-studded alien invasion flick to come out in 1996. That year, Tim Burton saluted the campy sci-fi epics of decades past with his big-budget B-movie Mars Attacks. That'll blow your mind. Before the start of the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Let's get started. Number 1. It's based on a controversial set of trading cards. In 1962, the Topps Company Inc., best known for its iconic baseball cards, infuriated quite a lot of parents by releasing some subversive new collectibles. Mars Attacks was a bubblegum trading card series that chronicled a fictitious alien invasion. In total, there were 55 cards, each adorned with a grim painting by comic book artist Norman Saunders, and many of these images were downright unsettling. One card showed a giant insect decapitating a naked woman in a shower room. Another featured a dog vaporized right in front of its owner, a small child. Needless to say, Topps soon found itself in hot water over these. "We started to get some bad publicity," recalls series co-creator Len Brown. "People asked, how could you put out such gory trading cards for little kids?" Newspaper editors slammed the franchise. A district attorney called Topps president Joel Shorin to complain, and angry letters flooded the company's mailrooms. Number 2. Burton wanted his Martians to be animated via stop motion. The concept of a Mars Attacks movie first surfaced in 1985, but development wouldn't begin in earnest until 1994, when screenwriter John Gems and director Tim Burton got involved with the project. To bring the aliens to life, Burton intended to utilize stop-motion animation, something he's always loved and always will. Early in production, a set of 12 articulated Martian models were built for testing purposes. At first, Burton's plan was to have these animated in front of a blue screen. They would then be inserted digitally into miniature sets by the artists at Industrial Light and Magic, ILM. Ultimately, though, Burton decided to abandon the stop-motion approach when ILM presented him with some impressive screen tests featuring computer-animated aliens. Number 3. The aliens' look was inspired by some magazine art and a classic sci-fi flick. When Len Brown and his Topps colleague Woody Gelman created a trading card series, they decided to give their Martians a bold, grotesque design. "Somehow, the cliché of little green men from another planet just didn't seem dramatic enough," Brown says. "My love of old comic books brought to mind an issue of EC Weird Science from 1952 with a striking cover illustration by Wally Wood." As Brown explains, the cover depicted UFOs landing on the Earth and releasing a group of large-brained, foreboding aliens onto our world. The invaders were pretty hideous, like nothing I'd ever seen before. Until in 1955, when I saw a similar-looking creature in the Universal movie This Island Earth. Cult cinema fans will recognize this as the film that was riffed in 1996's Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. These twin sources provided the inspiration for the physical appearance of the aliens that popped up on Topps cards. Decades later, the Mars Attacks movie reproduced this design quite faithfully. Hey, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. 4. Why did so many celebrities join the cast? Thank Jack Nicholson. Let's do a quick head count. Glenn Close, Martin Short, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito, Michael J. Fox, and Sarah Jessica Parker are just a few of the big names on this movie's mile-long list of stars. And yet, when the casting process began, Mars Attacks struggled to attract any players with serious marquee value. Gems blames this on the fact that most of its characters either die in some cartoonish manner or end up disfigured. Agents didn't want to see their star clients playing loser roles, and a lot of big actors passed on the project, he says. "At one point, we thought we were going to have to cancel the film. The guy who saved our butt was Jack Nicholson." According to Burton, the Academy Award winner was enthusiastic about joining Mars Attack from the very start. After sending Nicholson the script, Burton gave him a call while location scouting. "Which part would you like to do?" asked the director. "How about all of them?" Nicholson replied. In the end, he was double cast as President Dale and a sleazy Vegas businessman. Once word got around that Nicholson would be involved, other celebs lined up to join the ensemble. "We started getting requests for more stars than there were parts for," Gems notes. It was like a tidal wave when Jack came on. 5. The Martian Girl wig gave actress Lisa Marie a nasty scar. I mean, it was instant torture, Marie said in a 2015 interview. The movie's femme fatale rocks a bulbous hairdo comprised of 2 separate blonde wigs made with real human hair that were stitched together. Given its considerable weight, wearing this apparatus wasn't a pleasant experience. "I have a scar from the wig," Marie revealed. "I have a hole in my head from that damn wig." Still, like a true professional, she soldiered on despite the discomfort and remembers her character fondly. "It's always worth it," added the actress. "I do whatever it takes." 6. Footage of a real casino destruction was used in the movie. On November 7, 1995, the Landmark Hotel and Casino, an oddly shaped 31-story building in Paradise, Nevada, was brought down via controlled implosion. The event was filmed, and this footage was later incorporated into the assault on Las Vegas scene in Mars Attacks. 7. Danny Elfman's score was a musical tribute to the golden age of sci-fi cinema. Elfman, who'd provided the soundtrack for every previous Tim Burton film with the exception of Ed Wood, 1994, gave Mars Attacks some decidedly old-school background music. "The goal was to invoke the 50s and that sci-fi sound that Tim and I both grew up on," he told Vulture. To pull this off, he made liberal use of one of history's first electronic instruments, the theremin. Invented by and named after Russian scientist Leon Theremin, it produces an eerie, humming wail. Throughout the 1950s, film composers embraced the aural gadget as a perfect mood setter for science fiction and horror pictures. Due to its usage in such movies as The Day the Earth Stood Still and The Thing from Another World, both released in 1951, the public came to associate theremins with stories about extraterrestrial visitors. Elfman deliberately capitalized on this by using said instrument as a key component of the ominous Alien March theme in his Mars Attacks score. 8. Depending on who you ask, the aliens' squawks were either the product of improvisation or placeholder dialogue. The Martians in this film mainly communicate with a series of duck-like ack, ack, ack noises. Burton traces their monosyllabic language back to one fateful day in pre-production. "We did a storyboard reel using a cheap tape recorder, and we don't even remember who did it. Someone just said, yak, 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 when it came time for the Martians to speak," he told the Chicago Tribune. Burton maintains that this improvised squawk ended up kind of sticking. It just seemed like their voice. On the other hand, 2 of the film's uncredited screenwriters believe that they devised this particular sound effect with nary a recorder in sight. While the script was being fine-tuned, Scott Alexander and Larry Karaszewski, the scribes behind Burton's Ed Wood biopic, made some heavy revisions to Jem's original screenplay. The pair claims that the ack, ack, ack shtick was sort of their idea. "That was all us," Karaszewski declares. Supposedly, while Jem's script often called for the aliens to talk, he didn't give them any actual dialogue. Alexander then started typing "ack" over and over again as a verbal placeholder. All the while, neither man suspected that the utterance would make its way into the finished movie. "We didn't know Tim was going to take that and use it," Karaszewski says. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video.